Hello friends, welcome back. So in this session we will learn about Stream API in Java. So what is stream? A stream is nothing but the sequence of data that can be processed or manipulated according to the requirement. And we can say that Stream API is nothing but the class to support functional style operation on stream of element, means on sequence of a data stream of element, such as map, reduce, transformation on collection. Map, reduce, transformation on collection. So what is map, reduce, transformation? Suppose we have a list of student, we have a list collection of student, we want to sort them. We can use some sorting algorithms explicitly, or we can use collections class. We can use collection class also. Using that one we can sort. But what I want two operations. I want to filter first. I want to apply the filter on the list, and then I want to sort the element. First I want to apply filter, then I want to sort, or then I want to get the sum. So something like that. One operation is dependent on another operation. So in that case we can call it a map reduction transformation. Means one result is depending on another result. So that type of operation is called map reduce transformation. If you see this example here we have a sum of height. What is sum of height? Sum of height of the students. Which students? So sum of height of the student that has the course named MCA. Means I want to filter first the student based on the course name, and then I want to get the height of that student, and after that one I want to get the sum of that heights. So how it is possible? That is possible through Stream API very easily, because of map reduce transformation. We will see this example first. Okay, so here if you see, we have created one list, and we have added into that list some records with student name, roll number, student name, and the second one is age, height, course, and roll number. So this first one is the student name, second one is the age of student, third one is the height of student, fourth one is the course of the student, and the last one is the roll number of a student. Yes. So we have added some records into that list. After that one, what we did, we took a stream. We have taken a stream, students.stream. We have taken a stream from the student, and on top of that stream we have applied one filter, and that filter we are making based on course name, and from after applying the filter on the student list, we are transferring into another map to int. This is another stream. We are passing that all the heights value into a list, or sorry, into a new stream, that is a int stream, and from that int stream we are getting the sum of that height. So this is very easy. We can get all these operation. Means here one operation, filter operation, this sum operation is dependent on one stream, that is map to int. It is returning that stream, and this stream is dependent on this filter, and this filter is depending on the student stream. So using this stream we have successfully get the sum of height of the student whose course is MC only. So if I run this one, you will see, yes, sum of height is 233. Whoever the student who has the course name MCA 1 2 3, 3 students are there, and whose height of sum of height, if you will take, that will be 233. So you can do in this way. So this is the use of stream. Stream mainly we will use to map, reduce, transformation, and stream is nothing but the sequence of data. Convey element from the source such as data structure, an array, generate function on an input output channel through a pipeline or computation operation. So all these operations you can perform, but you can perform that operation on data structure, array, or collection. Okay. An operation on a stream produce a result but does not modify its source. So this is very important. Stream is what? Stream is a sequence of data that can be used for map, reduce, transformation, and an operation on stream produce a result but does not modify its resource. Suppose if you see this example, we are getting the result. Means result is what? Sum of height we are getting, but our operations is not affecting the actual list. It's not affecting the source of data. So this is this is the meaning of this. An operation on stream produce a result but does not modify its source. The element of stream are only visited once during the life of stream. Once you can visit once, and you can do your operation, and once you have terminated your stream, you cannot revisit the, say it is same like an iterator only. New stream must be generated to revisit the same element of the source. Many stream operations such as filtering, mapping, duplicate removal can be implemented. Lazy exposing opportunities for optimization. What exactly this mean? Suppose if I will not apply this sum method, if we will not apply this sum method here, instead of that one, if we suppose if we don't apply this sum method, this filter will not happen. Why? Because of lazy exposing opportunity, because we need this sum from this filter only, no, because from this filter only we are getting one list, we are getting one stream, from that stream we are getting another stream, and from that stream we are getting sum. So that's why this is a interrelated. So that's why these are the lazy implementation. They will not aggressively, it will not be executed till that you have not applied the sum. Means you have not applied any terminal operation. If you have not applied any terminal operation, your streaming methods will not be invoked. So this is the meaning of this lazy implementation. Lazy implementation. Okay, so this is the example of that one. So here are the some stream can be obtained by following way. How you can get the stream from collection via stream method. Yeah, this one is we are getting from the collection. This is a collection. From this collection we are directly getting a stream. We can get in that way also stream and parallel stream method. And or else you can get from the collections interface. If you see in our last session, collections class is there. From that collections you can get the stream, or from the method of stream itself, or from the arrays also you can get. From the collection stream method you can get, or from the collections class also. Collections class is there. From that collections class also you can get the stream in this way, or from the array you can get, or from stream of particular object you can get the stream, or from stream dot iterate you can get buffered reader dot lines, that also is returning stream only, random ints, that is also returning one stream, bit stream, jar stream, or any other files if you are taking, that also can be considered as a stream only. Okay. Streams are one time traversable, just like iterator. We have already seen this one. Two times you cannot traverse to a stream. You cannot traverse two times from a stream. You have to create another stream if you want to visit the same element. Okay. Stream has a life cycle. What its life cycle? First life cycle is creation. You have to create stream first. Here, if you see this example, we have created stream. Okay. So this is called a creation of stream. Intermediate operations. What is intermediate operations? These are the intermediate operations. Sorry, these are the filter, map to int. These are the intermediate operations. And terminal operation. Third one is terminal operation. So which one is terminal operation? This last sum. This is returning some result. That is a terminal operation. And if you see another definition, what is the meaning of intermediate operations? Return another stream called an intermediate operation. All the methods that are returning another stream called intermediate operation. Suppose this filter is returning a stream, map to int is returning another stream. So these are the intermediate operation, because they are returning a stream. They are not returning other than string, means other than other result. Other than stream they are not returning. If they are returning other than stream, it means that is a terminal operation. So here, if your stream is returning another stream, that is called intermediate operation. These are the lazy operations. We have already seen this one. These are the lazy operation, filter and map to, because they are returning a stream and that is dependent on this sum, and the sum is returning an integer number. It means that is a terminal operation. So this terminal operation, when this is called, they will automatically call filter and map to int. Okay. So these are the lazy operation, and these will not do any processing until the terminal operation is invoked. And what is terminal operation? That produce some results from stream called a terminal operation, and the result will not be a stream type, and the result should not be a type of stream. If it is a type of stream, then it will be called as intermediate operations. Intermediate operation. Okay. And the last step of life cycle is a terminal operation, and means terminal operation is the last life cycle step. Okay. And stream is no longer exist once the terminal operation is invoked. Once the terminal operation is invoked, or you can say once the terminal operation is exited, stream will be no no longer available to use. Okay, here are the some of the important methods that is available into our stream. Suppose let's see these examples now. Okay, so here we have created one list of string type, from arrays also we can create a list as list. So this is an elements. From these elements I have created a list, so we can create in this way. Okay, and from this list I have created one stream. Yeah, we have created one stream here. So from that stream, first one is a distinct. What is distinct mean? Distinct is nothing but it will return the distinct element. What is distinct element? Suppose in our stream, if you see A, B, C, X, Y, Z, C, D, F, P, Q, R, A, B, C, F, D, C, A, D. These many elements are available, but A, B, C is coming now once. Why? Because from that stream we have applied a distinct. Distinct means what? Return a stream consisting of the distinct element, no duplicate element. ABC is coming once only, it will come. But here if you see ABC is coming 2 times, but if I apply distinct, it will come only once. So this is the meaning of a distinct method of a stream. Next one is all match. What is the meaning of all match? Return whether all element of a stream matches to a provided predicate. Suppose here I have given up one predicate here. This is a predicate. All match. Do you think all elements are matching with this regular expression? Obviously this is matching. All are A to Z only, lowercase and at least one character. So it is matching, so it is the flag will be true. If I add here 1 2 3, in that case all are not matching, false, because one element is available that is not fulfilling this regular expression. Okay, so this is the meaning of all matches. If you say any match, this means this is also true. Now any element from this string is matching with this pattern. Yeah, one element is there that is matching with this pattern, so this is a true. If I will remove this element, then in that case this will become false, because no element is matching with this one. Okay, next one is count. You want to count how many elements are available into this stream, so you can use this count method to count. So now how many elements are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 elements are there. Okay, next one is, I'm just executing here the same method I have given here only. All match any. For each is what? For each is we are using to iterate the element. This is that for each we have already seen. This is for each. We are applying distinct. From the distinct we are applying for each. No, we are applying on the stream only. So this is for each. Okay. Yes. So the next one is filter. Yes, filter is there. So now how we are applying filter? We have applied filter in this way. I'm just checking, just filter the elements the element that contains A, that's it. We are filtering in this way. Please filter we are saying please filter this stream by the element that contains A alphabet, lowercase a. So only the A alphabet who is containing ABC, CAD, or if I will add anything new TAC, then TAC also will come because is available here. So this is the meaning of filter. We can apply filter here. If you see filter, this is predicate. predicate is nothing but an functional interface. Okay, and the next one is drop while. Drop while. So what will be the meaning of drop while? ABC will be dropped. First ABC will be dropped. If it is equal to ABC true, so it means it will drop. If I will give here XYZ, so it will be drop XYZ. If it is 2 times, then 1 time it will, or if it is a 1 time, then itself it will. Suppose I will give here XYZ, so XYZ it will drop, it will not come here XYZ. Okay, if it is 2 more than 2, it will take. Okay, return if a stream is ordered. A stream consists of a remaining elements of the stream after dropping longest prefix, then match given predicate. Okay, fine. If it is in shorted order, it will, because ABC, that is first one, it is dropping. Okay, yes, fine. The next one is find any. Any means it will take any random number, any, mostly it will take first only. Yes, ABC, or you can get first, or you can get last also. That is, if you want to get, you can get that also. Find, okay, find any and find first is there. Okay, so it will get only the first element from this stream. Okay, from this stream. Next one is flat map. What is the meaning of this flat map? This flat map, if you see, this flat map is another function. It is taking another function, that is a functional interface, that is returning one element, that is returning one element of a generic type and taking one argument of a generic type. So we are giving here one string. From that string we are taking, we are returning one new stream of a character type of a first character of each element, A, X, C, P, A, F, C, T. It will be coming like that, and we will print that one. That's it. So first character it is printing from that stream, because we are returning stream in such way only. Okay, so this is the meaning of a flat map. And flat map int is also available. If you want to get, this is the flat map of a character type, this is the flat map of int. From the method itself it is inferring, sorry, from the method itself it's inferring. So here is a flat map, it is returning whatever type you will give, it will become that type only, but that will be a specific type, int stream only. So because it is not generic. If you see here, this stream is a character type. Here this is a int stream, it is not a character type, it's a int stream, because this method is inferring the name flat map to int. Here flat map to what? It will depend on your return type. Okay, so it will be get it will be map to a integer stream, and from that integer stream we are taking first we are taking int stream of a first character of each element, that is a ASCII value. Okay, the next one is, shorted. You want to short, I want to short in this way, in the reverse order. You can short ZBXA, ZXBA. I have given in the shorted order. Here shorted is taking what? Shorted is taking one comparator we have already seen. So it is taking one comparator is nothing but a functional interface. It's a functional interface. You can give directly that implementation here, and according to this comparator, this will be this stream will be in shorted order. Okay, and this is in reverse sorting order we are doing here. If you see this method signatures, Flat map is taking a one function. Flat map to int is again taking a one function only. Sorted is taking one comparator. Sorted is taking one comparator, and peek is taking one consumer type functional interface. All these are the mostly they are taking a predicate or consumer, predicate, consumer, or function or comparator type. Consumer, function, predicate, and comparator on that parameter they are accepting. Okay, next one is a peek and skip. Peek and skip. So what is the meaning of this peek and skip? If you see, okay, this is that stream only. So here what we are doing, we are picking the element and we are applying just two string methods here. After from that from the after picking this one, we are taking we are getting another stream, and from that stream I am taking the first element. I'm skipping the first element, and I am remaining stream I am printing here. So you can see it will coming here. So stream 2, what stream 2 contains? It contains all the element Z, B, X, A, and from that from that stream 2 Z, B, X, A, I am printing all, picking. I am picking one element and I am printing here. So the 4 element will be printed. I am printing in error format. So Z, B, X, A, it is a printing, and after printing that one I am skipping the first element. So it will skip the Z, it will skip the Z, and I am printing these elements here, remaining elements. So remaining element will be BXA, BXA. That order will be differ. This order will be differ every time. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So these are the important methods that are available into Stream APIs. So in the next session we will see about date and time API of java.time package. So I hope you like this session. Please subscribe my channel, and we will see you in the next session. Till that, bye bye and thanks for watching.